guys, this is Danya. Welcome to another episode of Kitchenrule at Home. Today we're making fried chicken steamed bao bun. In Chinese it's called a gua bao. Usually there's like braised pork belly with peanuts and all that stuff, but since I don't eat pork, I'm making like a fried crispy chicken version, so it's like a riff on a southern fried chicken style burger turned into a steamed bao bun. So if you have my ebook, the newest one, I'm still not a chef. I have it printed out here since it's an ebook. The recipe is the same as the deep fried chicken burger that's in it, but we're just using a different bun. So let's begin. Alright, so I felt like it was really important to show you how to cut the chicken, because I feel like that's what people struggle in with most. So this is a chicken breast and this is the chicken tender that comes attached with it. I will remove the chicken tender. You guys can use this to make like strips or whatever. And today we're going to be making two burgers. So if you can see here, the chicken is not equal in, what is this called, in width. So this part is always thinner and this part is thick. So we want to make it more even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on a diagonal, so imagine I'm cutting like that. I'm going to be cutting this part off. So this will be one piece, like so. This will fit really nicely in our bao. Put that aside. And for this piece, I'm actually going to be opening it up. So I'm going to find the most appropriate angle. So I think I'm going to go like this. Kind of make a slit. You're kind of like butterflying open this chicken breast. You can just keep making slits. Alright, I think that looks really good. This one's going to be slightly bigger, but that's fine. If you want them to be identical in size, you can just trim this part off, but I think it's going to be fine. And now we're going to be marinating this. Just washed my hands, so give me a sec. Okay, so to marinate this, we're going to go with the classic salt pepper, but I'm going to be adding some 5-spice powder. You should be able to find this at the supermarket, but if you don't, you can just Google like 5-spice blend and then make it yourself, or just completely ignore it and it's still gonna turn out wonderful. I'll have all of the ingredients in the description. So that was salt, this is a pinch of garlic powder, and we're gonna go in with some freshly ground black pepper. You can do this ahead of time. This was not planned properly, so I did not have time, but this is what our chicken looks like. Okay, we're just gonna give that a mix. I'm gonna go in with my hands, get better coverage like that. Washing my hands again. That's the really annoying part about working with chicken. This is our chicken tender. We're just gonna set aside. Okay, let's talk about our dredge. This is flour, a bit of corn flakes, like just regular corn flakes, like the no sugar. Why am I struggling?
Yeah, the rooster.
Rooster corn flakes. I'm going to be seasoning the dredge with a bit of garlic powder. I like to season every step. That way you ensure flavor in like every bite. And some salt. And let's go in with some black pepper. And usually I do paprika, but today I'm going to do a pinch of Chinese 5-spice. Just a really small pinch. We're going to be mixing this up. All right, so our eggs go into the bowl. Again, season them, salt and black pepper. That's all I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna whisk this up. And remember the whole trick about creating a workspace. So we're gonna have our chicken, our egg, and now I need to get my dredge. I need my chopsticks. Okay. So here we have our assembly line going. We're gonna be dipping our chicken into our flour and then into our egg and then back into our flour. So this is our chicken into the flour like so. Try to like dust off any excess. Into your egg. Okay. Back into our flour. So same method as like escalope, but instead of breadcrumbs, we're going back in flour and cornflakes. Okay. So this is one chicken done. You see all these craggly bits. This is what's gonna fry up really nicely. Okay, so here we have some vegetable oil that's been heating. We're gonna slowly lay in our chicken. If you were doing more, do this in batches. Don't overcrowd your chicken, otherwise it won't brown nicely. And we're just gonna let this go for about 3 minutes per side. While that's frying up, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna be steaming my buns. I have a recipe for these buns. I'll link it somewhere. If you don't have a steamer, this is what I do. So this is just a regular pot that has a little bit of water on the inside, if you can see. Just barely any just simmering water. And then you need a bowl that's gonna fit in, but I like to use one with higher edges. You're just gonna place this in like that. You get the idea? So water, your buns in a bowl, and then we're just gonna cover this and let it steam for a few minutes until our chicken is ready. While these are doing its thing, let's make our sauce. Very simple sauce, no measurement required. It's based on what you guys like. So we go in with like a chili mayo. So I'm gonna go in with some mayo. I'm not a big fan of sauces, so I don't like to make too much, but if you guys, like some people like a really juicy, wet, saucy burger, that's not my style. So some mayo, and then I'm gonna use ketchup. I always have these packets lying around. I'm gonna use the entire packet because I opened it. All right, and then this is my homemade chili oil. Also, recipe will be linked. You just want a spoon like that. Okay, pinch of garlic powder, optional, and a bit of black pepper. So that will be our sauce. Let's mix this up and taste it. How cute are my bowls also? They're from the shop. And I don't want too much because I'm just gonna put a thin layer on the bun and then the chicken. And then I'm gonna glaze it with a chili maple glaze. So that's our sauce over here. Let me make my chili maple glaze. It's just literally maple syrup and that's it. You don't need more. Maybe like half a tablespoon and then some chili oil. This really gives off a nice balance between sweet and salty, and you barely taste it on your burger or on your bao, but it adds just an extra like dimension to the bite. So we're just gonna mix this up with a brush. Once the chicken comes out of the fryer, we're gonna brush it on the hot chicken. Okay. So let's check on our chicken. It's looking great. We're gonna flip it. Second one as well. Ooh, looks amazing. So I've turned off the heat. Our chicken is looking great. They've been in here for about 6 minutes. They don't need long because they're not too thick. How gorgeous are these? Nice and crispy. It's gonna be delicious in our soft bun. And let's check on our buns as well. So I've also turned off the heat on these. They've steamed up really nice. They're really soft, fluffy, and bouncy. So it's finally time to assemble. I like to be really neat. So these are our buns. These are our chicken. We're just gonna let it settle down for a sec because it sogs up kind of if you serve it immediately. But while it's still hot, we're gonna brush it with this chili glaze. So actually, yeah, think about it as like, you know, when you go to Roasters and you order chicken tenders like dipped in something. This is kind of like it, but we are maintaining the crunch by only brushing the top. So that's that. Now to assemble our buns, we're gonna go in with the sauce that we've made. We have our sauce. I'm gonna go in with some shredded iceberg. What would be really good is if you did like thinly sliced radishes and maybe like some coriander. And then our chicken goes in here. Look at that. How beautiful is this? So that's one fried chicken bao bun done. We'll do another one. So our sauce, our shredded iceberg, and our beautiful chicken. How exciting is this? Okay, that's it for today. So hot, my friend. I'll see you guys next time.